All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
Welcome on in, everybody. NorCal Sports Network. Big win tonight for the Golden State Warriors. They're hot. They're hot. And Steph is on fire. All right, everybody. Welcome again. This show brought to you by Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Let us thank Chapman Law Group, our sponsor, located in Marin again, 415-613-9483. Give Chapman Law Group a call, whether it's just some documents you need or it's all the way something serious like you got a personal injury and you got hit and you know somebody that got hit and they need an attorney. Call Chapman Law Group. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. All right, Lou, a big Warrior win tonight with looked like they were going to be down 17 at the half. And then Superman shows up and puts one in from 55 feet, dead swish. And they're down by 14. That's kind of a difference, a big difference there. What do you think?
Yeah, Dan, I don't want to say one shot changes everything, but it was such a momentum thing, especially before he hit that. You know, the Warriors defense just wasn't that good. They gave up. It was so funny because at the end of the first half, in case you guys didn't see it, the Warriors tried to do a 2-for-1. And everything that possibly could have gone wrong went wrong. And they gave up a shot with literally like 1.2 seconds left. They were down 17. Everyone was down. But, you know, Steph's a champion. He took the ball. And I don't even know if it was 50. I think it was from the other free throw line. And it was
no,
nothing
it was
pretty
55.
far.
It was
and
just
it was
about
nothing but net.
5 feet beyond half court.
Instead of 17, it was 14. And then if you remember, he came back and hit his first three to begin it. So all of a sudden, instead of you being down 17, you're down 11. And I think it was like a gut punch where, you know, Orlando thought they had it. And all of a sudden the Warriors went, you know, on a big run. And what I thought was nice about the Warriors is they kept going to Steph. And they weren't overdoing it. Steph was in a good flow. So I don't mind him shooting when he's in a good flow. I don't want him shooting when he's double, triple team, fading away, going left to right, you know. And I think it just points out when a team loses in the NBA by 40 on the road and bearish, you got to be ready for them when they're at home. And, you know, this first half, they just weren't ready. But I think the key thing is they hung around. And, you know, with Steph there, you know, because if you look at the plus minuses, which I know we'll talk about, some of them were pretty bad. But, you know, I'm going to also give one credit to one other guy on this team. I mean, definitely Steph was the player.
You're going to take my thunder.
QP.
Yep.
Without QP, you know, it was – and, again, the Warriors, it always takes two guys. It's just not one. And, you know, QP tonight had a huge game. And, you know, I'll just leave it at that. It was a nice win. I think we got to remember we were 6.5-point favorites. And we got the job done. And it was a great way to start the homestand, Dan. I think, you know, this would have been sort of a gut punch to start the road trip. You know, but they came back. They got the W, and now they're ready. And they went 6-0 like you predicted. So congrats. Since all these guys with the, you know, whenever you have a problem, they ride you hard, but they never tell you when you do something right. Way to go, Chad.
Yeah, well, they still got more to go. I heard some chewing over there. I was like, what's going on? Who's chewing something? This is a brush for the dogs, and Bo just got to it. He's been
what else is new?
What else is new? The guy, it's something every day with this clown. Okay. All right. So you gave QP.
Sorry, I didn't know you were going to talk about, you know, QP right away, but, you know, he was a huge factor. So the bench performed tonight.
Yeah. I am going with the old traditional, you know, the hockey where they give out the at the end of the game, right? And the first
three
star,
stars, the 3 stars. Yep.
The 3 stars. and they always go backwards, right? So the third star of the game, right? And then the second star, right? Don't they do it that way? It's been a long time since I've been to a hockey game.
You are correct, sir.
Okay. So the third star of this game, I am giving to, I am going to go with Draymond Green. He had 10 rebounds. He was playing hard defensively and hit a key three at one point in the corner. And he played really good defensively. So that's Draymond Green. The second star is QP, Quentin Post. He was really needed in this game because when they were playing their small lineup, they were getting bullied. They were getting bullied by the size of the Magic. And of course, the number one star, who can you say? Probably the number one star in the NBA tonight of all of the NBA, Steph Curry, almost an incredible line. 16 of 25 from the field, 12 of 19 from three, 12 of 12 from the free throw line, and 56 points. Warriors did have 12 turnovers, which is really as high as you want to see them go. I love to see them around 7 to 9 in that range, and they seem to, when they're in that range, they win more convincingly. But this was a big win. They were down 17 and ended up winning the game by 6, a 23-point swing. They were up as many as 12 in the second half. But this is one of the things I want to talk about tonight, Lou, is Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler is very unselfish. He gives up a lot of shots. He comes across, he'll drive into the key from about 12 feet out. Seems like all he has to do is do a jump shot, turn, and post up and, just knock it down. 12-footer. That's his game, right? But he's looking to pass. And I don't know if he was looking to pass, figuring the ball would find its way back around to Steph again, and that he was just saying, hey, let's beat him. But Jimmy's going to have to take those shots. And I do believe there is a time coming when we see Jimmy start to take that ball. And, yeah, Bo is the new Bozo. Exactly right, Mark. Speaking of Bozo, he didn't have too good of a game tonight. He was starting to look a little bit. He was bad. He was bad. He was minus 10 on the night. And Jimmy Butler was minus 7. Yeah.
So you want him to be more greedy?
Who, Jimmy? I want Jimmy to take shots that are his shots. I don't want to see him shoot 3-pointers. He shot a 3-pointer that, I think I could have put a little bit more arc on the ball than he did.
Yeah, because when they were losing in the first half, he literally had a guy on the free throw line and ducked him all the way down to take a 2-footer. And then he sort of forgot to do that the rest of the game. But I agree. He's got to be, especially where now, if these guys aren't going to hit, they're going to really concentrate on Steph. He needs to be greedy. What's wrong with Butler shooting a nice 10-footer? I'd rather him shooting at 3 10-footers than, Brandon shooting, threes. I thought tonight, the other thing too, which really kept the Warriors into the game, 2 things. Again, somehow 30 for 34 from the free throw line. It's amazing. Since Butler's gotten here, our average on the free throw line has gone up from like 60 to like 85. It's amazing. And it's contagious. Everybody hits it. And then the other thing is they work the ball good. So when you could feel the Mo, which was very, very powerful tonight on the road, changing, Steph put a nail in the coffin. Even when he missed one, but he came back and they were nothing but net. And you could hear the crowd go, oh, we can't beat Superman. But they really played well when it counted. And I think the old Warriors, especially with Butler in there, would have forced too much. And I thought the first half they forced too many, I don't want to say dumb plays, but, it was just one of those things where, they didn't come to play. And I know the other team shot great. I think at one time they were 17 for 21, but they weren't that hard of shots. They were like exactly what you want Butler to do. They were nice, like 10-footers. You know, the average NBA guy, when he's not being guarded, is going to make a 10-footer, 70% of the time.
Right. I do think that Steph's performance tonight is, Jimmy didn't play a good game, right? He did not have a good game. But there is something that's happened to Steph. He's been freed since Jimmy came to the team because Jimmy is another threat, and Steph knows that, and he doesn't have to force shots. If he gets double teamed, someone's going to be open. He just needs to make a nice, preferably a nice crisp bounce pass that instead of lofting it over, when he throws those one-handers. Yep. But if he can get it to the middle, and then whoever that is, whether it's Looney or Green, just drive to the hoop. That's what you got to do. Drive to the hoop when they're double teaming way up high, and then the two wings then come crashing in for what should be, either a layup at the rim or a lob or something. But I think what's going to be a real key and difference when we see Kuminga on the wing, and you got Steph and Jimmy, and you have Draymond in there along with Kuminga. If Kuminga is on a wing, and you could if they trap Steph, that ball goes to the center, and then in comes Kuminga for the lob as that guy drives to the hoop, because they're going to have to converge on him. Because remember, you're playing at that point probably 4-on-3, and the Warriors. I mean, Kuminga's the guy that can fly in from the side, and so can Peyton, by the way. But nobody can fly like Kuminga. And I'm hoping
with a huge block tonight. Huge.
Oh, that was with the right hand too.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, we got to talk about that just because they had a chance to get back lead down to 2. Huge, right. A huge block. And I think what's really sort of thing about GP2 is how excited he is to play. When he makes a big play, he lets the whole stadium know. He does high fives, especially when they call a timeout. Tonight that was a big, big play. But Dan, I do want to ask you one question, because this team was pretty physical against the Warriors, Orlando, and they were bigger. I'm still a little confused why is TJD done for the season? Tonight would have been a game where I thought maybe he might have been shown. I mean, instead, they played Knox, who's on the 10-day, just so they could, fill some minutes, and TJ, right. He just sitting there where, I don't know. I mean, he hasn't played, he didn't play 3 games before the All-Star break.
There's a lot of lost confidence.
Played, so yeah,
a lot of lost confidence in him. He is the end of the bench warmer right now.
Yeah. And, okay. I just thought I'd ask your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, Post has been a huge revelation. He has been a guy that has just really changed this team, because now you're spacing the floor with a big man, and you got to bring that big man out there to guard him, or it's, Post can just shoot right over him.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big plus 22 and 18 points, but it seemed like he did a lot more than that.
Yeah. I like what he was doing down low. He played a little bit, a couple of defensive stops he did, which was nice to see. He's not getting pushed around as much as he was earlier in the season. He looks like, I'm sure that why am I always forgetting his name? The coach, the defensive coach. The defensive coach. The guy who played at North Carolina. Jerry Stackhouse. Stackhouse, I'm sure, is working with Post. And this is a good situation that they have right now, because they are playing with confidence. I didn't even feel like when they were down 17, I thought, they can make a comeback. They can come back.
Yeah, because the other team was shooting so well. No NBA team's going to do that. It's one of those things where NBA is about runs, and it's very often you see a team have an incredible first half but they never duplicate it. It's same thing in college. A team will score like 62 points and they're barely to score 20 the second half. But
Right.
no, and the other thing too is the Warriors that second half were making Orlando actually earn their shots. They weren't getting the easy 3-on-1s, the easy, 10-footers. They were making them work for it. And, Banchero, really, who had a great first half, was struggling the second half because he couldn't get an easy shot. But
Right.
Orlando played great in the first half. You got to give them credit. They were hitting everything. And then the second half, the Warriors stepped it up. And, that's really what a championship team does. When they get a chance to get the momentum, they put their, foot down. And, Steph tonight was phenomenal because all those shots were nail biters, where if he misses it, it's two the other way. And, when Steph was in a groove like that, you sort of knew he was going to make it. Like, I was at a bar and they go, there's 11, there's 12. My God, he's got 50. And everyone was like, yeah, it was like nothing, because Steph was in such that flow. So it's great to see.
What do you think of the standings here? The Warriors have tied for 7th and they own the tiebreaker with the T-Wolves. So they've got,
T-Wolves tonight play at LA. So it's a big game. Yeah.
Warriors could move into sole possession of 7th. I don't think they're catching the Fakers. Well,
I still think the key to the Warriors is they got to beat the Pacific Division. So, Sacramento seems to have found their groove. Again, it takes a while when you get a new player. They've been playing well. They won by 40 and they won by 17. So I think, Dallas, I don't know when they're getting their guys back. So I'm not really worried about them. The Clippers last night, it's amazing. Harden had 28 points in the third quarter alone last night. So, and they are 3-0 against the Warriors. And then, Houston, the Lakers, it's one of those things where I think the Warriors, as long as they don't go through a bad streak, no injuries, lose like 3 in a row, like tonight would have been a bad loss, and it was only bad because it's starting a road trip,
Definitely.
You want to get the mo going. But, if they just play consistently, they'll definitely be 6 or 7. And I think that, they're taking advantage of their breaks, with Dallas. I mean, sorry, Dallas made the big trade. It's not the Warriors' fault that they don't have a center right now, and they don't have a center for another 2 weeks. It's just part of the game.
Look at Philadelphia, lost 9 in a row.
Oh yeah, I got them not to make the playoffs, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, they're believe it or not, if they make the playoffs, that's ridiculous. The East, look at Chicago, 13 under. Wait a minute, is that right?
Yeah,
they're 23-36, and they're in the play-in.
Yep.
And you look at the West, you're 2 games over 500, and you're the last team in the play-in.
Yeah.
My goodness.
This is why NBA's nobody's watching. I mean, it's not great ball.
The Warriors would be actually still in 7th in the East. But wow, looks like the Pistons are going to be in the 6th spot, and maybe as high as 4. But that's pretty wild. But you look at the West, and let's see. Let's see what we got here. Do we have a scores right now? Do we have? Let's see what the scoreboard says. NBA scores. I don't think they've started yet out here.
So the Nuggets are losing, which will help us. And then the Mavericks. The Mavericks are playing the Hornets 2 of the next 3 games. And that's the one thing is when you get these teams, you got to just bury them. I mean, the Hornets. I can't believe how long is this road trip? Like 7, 8 games. They started in LA. It's just amazing.
Wow. Okay, so it looks like the Suns, boy, if they lose to the Pelicans, that's bad. So the game that the Warriors want, they would want the Lakers to win that game. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like the Warriors are going to find their way at the 6 or 7 seed. I think that's where they end up, one of those 2 places.
And, with Kuminga, I know we talk about this. I don't want them to bring it back until he's 90%. And again, some of
100%
these
for me.
teams, 100%, okay. And some of these teams, you can get away without him. Don't bring him back until he's, 100% ready to go. And I mean ready to go. 25 minutes, not just make an appearance, because they don't need him right now. Right now they got a good flow. I like it when they have the same starting lineup, and this is now 4 straight or 5 straight games with the starting lineup. And, Baczynski didn't have that good a game, but you know what? He's played 5 straight games. So he was due to have a game where, he just, Brandon just wasn't himself. He was -10. He took, again, too many threes. If you look at it, he shot the most 3-pointers except for Steph. Brandon doesn't need to shoot 3-pointers. Just get the ball to the right person and take the ball in the hoop.
Correct.
And the other problem is it's not that he shoots 3-pointers. When he misses, it's a 4-on-3 the other way. It's just one of those things like, come on, And the other thing too is one thing about the Warriors, they're in this good groove. Stop bitching, especially like Green. Stop bitching to the refs every single play. If a guy goes up, all they do is, I didn't foul him. And it's not just one Warrior. I'm not going to, put it all on Green, but every of these guys, they all complain. Stop it. Right now we're in a good groove. We don't need to get a reputation that every single time, because Green already has that reputation. But stop complaining, guys, especially when we have the lead. We still complain about calls.
I'm looking at the standings here. I don't know what the strength of schedule is for the other teams, Memphis, LA, but the Warriors situation, you kind of got to hope that things pan out what's right for them, because if you look here, OKC's got the 1 seed wrapped up. All right.
Yep.
2, I think it's going to be Denver. I think Denver is 2. Memphis falls to 3. And I think LA overtakes Houston for 4. And the Rockets are 5. Now, if the Warriors can get the 6th seed and face Memphis in the opening round, that's good, because then they would play the winner of the 2. Let's see, if they would be the 6-3, and then 2 would play 7. They'd play the winner of the 7 seed, which I think would be the Clippers if the Warriors can somehow get to 6. What you don't probably want is to be the 6th seed and face the Nuggets in round 1 as the 3rd seed, or the 7th seed and face the Nuggets. So this is going to be out of their control, but you really want to avoid the Nuggets. And so if you want to avoid the Nuggets, you got to get to the 3 seed. And I think the Lakers end up at the 4-5, which is good because that's opposite. They would take on OKC. Now, I don't know. Do you think the Lakers could beat OKC in a series, 7 games?
I've seen the Thunder probably 5 of their last 6 games. Things about the Thunder is I know they're young, but God, they are so athletic. They got a guy that literally can go to the hoop anytime he wants. They got great role players. And now that they got the kid back from Gonzaga, they're like 6, maybe 7 deep. They're probably going to be if in the playoffs, they would have to be the number 1 seed and by far the favorite of the West. Oh, yeah. Denver right now, health-wise, isn't 100%. I don't think the Lakers are the 3rd best team. With the Joker, he's talented. But, really, to tell you the truth, I think Oklahoma, maybe Denver, the Clippers, if they're all healthy. And then I got to sort of give a little shout just to the Kings, just because, they can score. It's their defense that's the problem. So really, I think the West and the Warriors, I think there's really maybe only 4 or 5 teams that can actually win it. I'm not a fan of Houston. They go through these streaks where they can't even score, 100. Right. That's not me. The Lakers, they don't really have a center. Minnesota, I mean, it was a huge win the other night to win at Oklahoma, but that was like the first big win all season. Dallas, isn't healthy. Phoenix, I think they're done. So
who's the scariest team? Who's the 4 teams you think could get to the NBA Finals from the West?
Well, I definitely think Oklahoma City would be the number 1, the toughest by far. I think, I don't know if it's the matchup. Now, and again, this is more against the Warriors. I don't know why the Warriors just don't play well against the Clippers. It doesn't matter if it's here or there. So I would say Oklahoma City, Denver, but Denver has to get healthy. The Clippers.
That's 3.
And then probably the Warriors, and I'd say the Kings are 5th.
Over the Lakers? Kings over the Lakers?
Lakers don't have a center.
I don't know if I think they're seeming.
I've watched them 3 games with Luka. They live and die by the outside shot.
Yeah.
They have no inside presence. And you got to remember one thing about playoff basketball, especially in the NBA, they play so much defense. You gotta be able to score inside the lane a little bit. And that's like, when you say the Lakers and the Warriors have Jimmy, where Jimmy's going to bull over guys and he'll make sure he can get inside, and when the playoff Jimmy comes, that's the big difference between them and the Lakers. Lakers, it's all about the outside shot. Lakers could score 140 tonight, or they could score 102.
Yeah.
And of course they got the crybaby. So if the crybaby, the most overrated guy in the NBA, if he doesn't get his calls, you think Green's bad. Or you think Brandon's bad. I mean, LeBron, he complains about as soon as he comes on the court. I mean, he complains about everything because he wants every advantage. He keeps forgetting that, you got to earn that. So
Aaron wants to know, did you go make a Costco run after that candy show the other night? And you munching on some, what do you got? What are you munching on? Twizzlers, Red Vines.
Red Vines.
Okay. Red Vines are a little stickier.
They don't have the ropes anymore, but I was going to get I had to pick some up at Walgreens, and they had the deal 3 for 1. You buy 1, you get the other 2 free.
Yeah.
And during the winter, whenever I see those, so it cost me $2.19. I put 1 away when I go to the movies. But I sort of like hanging Red Vines, and by the way, fat free, or they say. So rope never lets me down.
But the sugar doesn't turn into
I agree.
Anything. Sugar's good for you.
No, I was very excited about it.
Doesn't turn into carbs or nothing.
In fact, tomorrow I'm going to a place, Dan, an old 5 and Dimes place, because I got to pick up
the 5 and Dimes
card,
best with the
card
rose.
for a birthday, and they have a whole entire section of old candy. So, I got to come up with some solutions that maybe we overlooked the other night. Like, I forgot the name of it, but one of my favorite things was the marshmallow one, which was in a red pack, and you take a bite and it was marshmallow. And, I forgot about other stuff, Good and Plenty, besides Sugar Daddy, all that. So I'm going to go there, and I'll take some photos, because there might be some of the great ones we overlooked from the 70s and 60s. And they have everything, they still have that gum, I can't even pronounce, they have all this stuff, so, try
Bill
to make
says,
sure,
what you eating, Lou? Couldn't resist the candy, huh?
Yeah, just the old Red Vines from the movie.
Mark Graves says you better check the expiration date on those if you got them at Walgreens.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good call, but this is actually pretty soft, which is the big key. You know what? I don't even know where the hell I just opened it up, but I don't even know where I would find it.
Yeah, they hide it pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, some of us, I was eating, and then we moved the show up, so I wanted to get here to be here for Dan and, of course, the chat. So I got my water and, a couple of Red Vines. What the hell?
Yeah, we were coming on at 6:30, but I thought, it's a little early. People are just getting settled, getting home, maybe eating dinner. Saturday night, Warriors play at 5:30, so that'll be a normal,
A little bit different,
like about an 8:00 showtime. But Mark Graves and I today went to the Giants Mariners game. And,
talk to me. How was it?
Oh, not bad, not bad. We were in the car, and I was driving there, and I decided, you know what? I'm not going to go into the stadium and buy a $7 hot dog. Not when Costco is next to the stadium, and I could go into Costco and get me a soda and a dog
And chips.
No chips, just soda.
They don't
and
do that
dogs,
there. Okay, we have it out here, the 3-pack.
$1.50. And what did I put on my dog today, Lou?
Oh no, you didn't do the ketchup again.
I did.
Did you see what I sent you, the Clint Eastwood about the ketchup?
Yes, that was
okay.
Great.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I put the mustard on, double mustard.
So you do the both,
ketchup,
huh? Ketchup and mustard. Okay.
Ketchup and mustard, some relish, some onion, and I think that's all I had. That's onion and relish. They gave us the onion in the little plastic cup now. No longer the little crank machine.
Oh no, I like the crank machine. Oh yeah, the crank.
Come on, I want to
crank.
I want to put those onions on. I don't need no little stinking plastic cup. You have to ask for it. They don't even say onions available on request. No, if you haven't been there, you better ask. So
how
Graves,
was it today against Seattle?
Graves didn't put ketchup on his dog.
Of course not. He's normal.
He's not normal. He put mustard, just mustard. You need some ketchup. Why do you think they have the ketchup out there?
Nobody knows. I think that's for guinea pigs young kids with their teeter tots. Not that anything's wrong with teeter tots. I mean, I'm a big fan, but with dogs, I just get, the ketchup, relish, onions, and if they got the kraut dogs. All right, so let's get to the game. How was it? I saw Eldridge went 0 for 1 today again.
He struck out. Yeah. So I'm on the I got the
and when you go to the games, do you try to sit on a certain side, first base, third base, or it doesn't matter? You just want the
I usually sit on the Giants side if I can, but not always. But I had the great Larry Krueger give me a call while we were in the car, and he's coming down to Arizona Saturday, and we're going to meet up one of the ball games. Probably he's coming to Peoria to the Padres Giants game on Tuesday. I might catch him up with him on Sunday, but we're going to do a live stream. We're going to do a streaming together. Probably
Saturday. Isn't that the big Dodger game on Saturday?
Saturday is, yeah.
Is he
Monday or Tuesday
before that, or
I think he's driving down. I think he's driving down that day. Yeah, I think he's driving down that day. But Monday or Tuesday, look for a stream, co-stream with the Krug Show and NorCal Sports Network. We'll work it out. We'll get a big stream going. That should be fun. Maybe we'll get other people involved. I did talk with Bobby Evans today, by the way, guys, on the way out of the stadium. And Bobby said, just give him a text and he'll join us on the show. So hopefully we can get Bobby on one day next week. We can get some questions.
And did you ask him, are they going to make any more moves? Or are we, is this it? I mean, obviously you're such good friends. I figured he would just tell you, right?
We were walking out of the stadium as the to beat the traffic, to get ahead of the traffic. So I said, I'll just catch up with them later. But the game was good in the sense that I brought my glove right here, and waited the whole game for a foul ball. And would you not know it? I finally go to my Twitter to tweet out a video of a highlight. Right then. And I kid you not. The ball, it was a screaming foul tip that went over the net that had to be going 90 plus, Mark and I estimated. I didn't have the glove on. As I saw it go over my head, I would have had to jump up out of my chair and probably leap and pull every muscle that I had out. I said, if I was 23, I think I could have caught that ball, but I didn't even react. And the ball was hit so hard, there was an old man behind us that fell to the ground to get out of the way, and he got hurt.
Good man.
Yeah, he got hurt.
God.
I felt bad because I said, dang, if I would have caught that, I could have helped the old. I mean, when I say old man, I'm 63, right? This dude probably looked like about 78 to 80. Yeah, he fell. They had to bring the paramedics up and, get him bandaged, pull him up off the ground. Felt bad for the poor guy,
All right, Dan, now I got to get to the serious business of the night. I know we're not going to talk about the Warriors anymore, but did anybody hear Chardol's broadcast?
Oh, today, I
His
did
live feed of the Warrior game.
I didn't.
Did anybody in the chat beside myself? Anybody in the chat hear Chardol's broadcast?
No, we might have to pull that up. Hold on. Let's see if we can pull that up. That might be. Let me see if we can do that.
Again, he's doing it solo, so it's not easy at all. But it's see what you can do, Dan.
Let's see what I can do. Where are we? Hold on. SG
and Kitchen Handy, I've not forgot about you. The guy we're getting the tickets from is having problems with his mom. He left me a text today. I should have something for you on Monday. Probably 2 games you can choose, buddy.
Where is what is his name of his channel? SGA Sports or something? What's the name of his
Chat, help Dan out. Chardol's thing.
Shardol Gupta. We'll try that.
Yeah.
See if we can find him. I cannot. What the heck? 2 years ago, he's got a live. Oh, jeez. Only Chardol. Live funeral. Masculine stream. Oh, my goodness. He's got, jeez. Chardol. I don't see his. I don't see what he's got here. I don't see it.
I don't remember his name. Let me see if I can find it. Chat, what is Chardol's link again?
I think I found it. All right. Do we have any live here? Warriors play-by-play. Here we go. Let's see if we can get hot when we get. Come on, Chardol. Let's see what we got here. We're trying to get some Chardol. Geez. I don't know what's going on with.
I mean, he was fantastic singing Eric's birthday.
Yeah. Hold on.
Warriors down by 4.
Come on, Chardol. Where's the action?
Here's Steph. Steph Curry. Curry to Green. Green to Peyton. Peyton back to Curry. Curry to Moody. Moody for 3. No good. Moody couldn't knock down that 3-pointer from the corner.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I'll have to get to Chardol when he does something.
So I was trying to give him the break. So I was listening, watching TV, and literally, now again, we're on the same feed. There's a little delay, but
Right.
like he would be talking, and it was like 8 plays ago, and then you got to love the glasses that he had on.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he was inside. So, it's tough when you're by yourself,
Yes.
and you don't have a color guy, you don't have anything. So, I watched part of it in the second when the Warriors are getting drilled. But I believe. All right, well, the Warriors came back. It would have been probably better to hear the second half when they were going crazy. But hey, he did it.
Way to go, Chardall. Way to go, Chardall. The Warriors are looking for their 4th straight win. Okay.
Yep. But getting back to baseball, so you went to the game. You almost got a foul ball. You had a good vibe.
Yeah.
And, they won. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the wind was blowing all over the place, so it kept the ball in the park. There was no real, although Sabalas, the guy they got in the trade for Soler, he hit one out down the left field line. It just curved foul, but he got all of it. Matos had a big hit.
Yeah, big hit. I still don't understand why they're playing Villar so much. My God, guy's playing every game.
Now, well, here's what happens: you have a road game like this early in spring training. The vets don't go. Adames, Chapman, Yaz. Who else is Bailey? I'm trying to think of anybody else that they didn't even make the trip. They just stay over in Scottsdale, work out. Who else was on that? It was just all the young players pretty much. So the older guys, although, the guy that looked great was Landon Roop. He looked really good.
Roop again.
3 innings pitched, shut him down. Landon Roop, he was
1 hit, 5 strikeouts, 3 innings. 3 innings nowadays this early is so huge. It's like going 6.
Right. So, I really thought Roop was impressive. And, like you said, 3 innings. He went, gave up the 1 hit, 5 Ks, as you mentioned. The guy that looked bad was some guy named Diaz. He couldn't get anybody out.
Yeah, Miguel Diaz. We got him from Detroit. He had he 1 inning, 3 runs, 2 earned.
Yeah, he didn't look good. At the plate, Lamont Wade, he had a couple of walks, 3 walks actually.
3 walks. Yep.
Yeah, Lamont Wade. Let's see. Trying to think of anybody else that Wisely did look pretty good at the plate. McRae got a bunt single. Wisely had a bunt single.
The one thing I don't like about today, 5 for 19 with runners in scoring position.
That's not horrible. It's close to 300.
11 guys left on.
This guy,
it's just a lot.
This guy, I yelled at him, but I was too far away. Scott Bandura. Someone's got to teach him fundamentals and game situation. 2 outs, right?
Yep.
He steals. Ball's popped up into the air. What's the guy do? Freezes at second base, like, where's the ball? He hears, it's up in the air. It's a fly ball, and he just stopped. And I'm like, dude, there's 2 out.
Did he get doubled then? Oh, no, there was 2 outs, so it didn't matter.
2 out. The guy
and just keep running.
Exactly. Keep running. You got to know the game situation. You got to know.
And there are coaches in the third base who you can tell you.
Right. Yeah, it's like, okay, 2 out, just run. It was windy. The ball, every fly ball was an adventure today. Yeah, in fact, I've got one fly ball here that, let me see, on the Mariners side was a pretty good catch. Let me see if I can find it. This may take a while. It wasn't Wade. Who was it? I'm trying to find out who it was, but it was, hold on here as I looked for it. Let's see.
Well, they only struck out 8 times, so that's not that bad, considering
Yeah, not too bad.
But it's just too many.
Right.
Warriors, the Giants are big 3rd win of the season.
Yeah. Where's that
Got a lot of. We got Eldridge striking out. I put that out on Twitter. Jung-Hoo Lee hit the ball
Pretty good in the air.
he got
Let me see if I can find that. Jung-Hoo Lee. Okay. Let's see. Bryce Eldridge. Okay, here we go. Jung-Hoo Lee. This was a pretty ball hit pretty deep. Let me see if I can. Whoa, that's deep. That's a. That was the first inning. See the wind? Wow. See the wind blowing?
The ball wasn't out, obviously. It got caught before the warning path. All right. I thought that ball was out the way the reaction of everyone was.
Well, it looked like it. He got look at the wind. See the flag right there? See the flag?
Oh, yeah, blowing in.
Yeah, it was blowing kind of in. I think he could have, if he would have. Wow.
And they had him batting third again.
Yeah.
Which I don't like, but okay.
Third. Chardal.
There he is.
We were playing your play-by-play.
We played it. I heard in the second quarter, so I wanted to make sure Dan, and he put it on live, Chardal. He wants to know where we can get a pair of those glasses. We love the shades.
Yeah.
But no, we heard it. I heard it. We bought it up.
Yeah. All right. You know what? We've been going 47 minutes. I think we've had enough. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm in.
Day.
You went to the game, double duty, triple duty. You went to the game, then you have the post game and a little Giants talk.
Yeah,
good to hear.
Yeah, a little Giants talk. I was looking
and then,
for that.
So you're going to be with Larry on Saturday. Again, the chat. So they're going to be doing a thing on Monday. Then you're going to be doing the double whammy.
I think we'll do it either Monday or Tuesday night. Yeah, depending
Beautiful.
on which night works best. Yeah. So, but overall, not too bad. I'm going to go back to the game Tuesday for sure against San Diego, and I may hit another game on. If I could get a ticket for Saturday, I'll go.
Did you check? Oh no, it's at the Dodger place, not the Giants, right?
Yeah, everywhere the Dodgers are playing. I checked where the Dodgers were playing. You know, when they come to play Seattle, where I was at today, I went and checked for tickets on March 7th. Standing room only. The Dodgers, you know how many people were there today? The announced crowd was 4,000.
Yeah, it said 4,462. It looked empty.
Yeah, it looked to me. It looked like to Mark and I maybe 3,000, maybe 28 to 300. Yeah, I don't know how.
Sort of like when they tell you the attendance at a Giants game at home on Oracle. When it looks like there's 12 and they say 23,500.
There he is, Los.
I meant to send Los this.
Is he still down in Tokyo? I've been following him on Facebook. He was complaining. He said everything's so clean, but everything's so crowded. Every place is so crowded.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people over there. A lot of people.
Yep.
If I could get this link to open up, here we go. Hold on here. Invite guest. Los, I'm sending you the link. Check your email. I'm sending it to both.
Following. Who do you go down with? Is he just a little R&R with a girlfriend or a friend?
No, he's married. He went with a friend of his from high school or something like that.
Nice. Might not go to a place like that. Live it up.
Hey, Los, I sent you the I sent you the link if you want to pop in for 5 minutes, and if you want to tell us how things are going in Tokyo.
And what time is it in Tokyo?
It's probably
11
1 in the afternoon. I'm
Yeah, I was
guessing.
going to say
What is
that
it?
11
Los?
hours ahead, like 1:50.
What is it? Almost one in the afternoon on Friday
Friday.
over there.
The Bonsai
Yeah.
Boys.
Bonsai. I love a bonsai burger at Red Robin. Give me a bonsai burger. My go-to burger at Red Robin. What's your
We don't
go-to
even have
burger?
Red Robin up there.
Red
They don't
Robin.
I love those commercials. Or
You don't have
I'm
Red Robin up there in the Bay Area?
no, everything's more in the burbs, probably like more by Yogurt Shack. You go by Yogurt Shack, they got everything out there. Is that an A2000 or is that a Rollins?
It's a Rollins.
Rollins.
No Wilsons. I used to have a Mizuno.
I had a catcher's mitt Mizuno.
Yeah.
The
This is a
best.
12.
And the leather was so different than what
This
we
is a
used
12
out
and
here. The
3/4.
leather was
This is an outfielder's glove, man. I'm telling you.
nothing like
love
the
that.
smell.
Oh, leather. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Put me in, coach. Hey, look, all the way from Tokyo, Japan.
There he is.
What's up, boys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Good. I'm in the hotel room. There's the background. I'm in a section of Tokyo called Shibuya, which is like Times Square. Guys, there's 37 million people that live in this area. So, yeah, what I'm saying on the Facebook stories is just kind of giving a little advice to people that have never been here before. Like, it's overwhelming. If you're claustrophobic, it may not be the thing for you. There's a lot of people.
Consider how many's in New York? Like 5 million?
New York's got about, I want to say 7, 14, 15.
Yeah,
Mexico's
like 12 to 15 million. But now
Mexico City is 22 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tokyo's ridiculous.
How's the food?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what
food
everyone
is
says. The food is phenomenal. And it's so fresh.
Fresh best steak, seafood, sake. Had a little too much sake the other night. But it was good. My buddy's been here so many times. He knows the chef, so he hooked us up with a $1,500 bottle of sake.
Nice.
And it was so smooth, downed it. Interesting, guys. As far as the baseball thing goes, I've been telling you, when I was in the suburbs, there was a lot of Dodger hats. Yeah. And as I'm in Tokyo, not so many. And it's interesting in listening to my friend talk to a lot of the locals. They wear Dodger stuff because of Sasaki and
Tani and Yamamoto.
No, and Yamamoto. You know what is interesting? The Japanese are very, very honorable people. They're not that thrilled with Otani and the whole gambling scheme that was kind of swept under the rug.
Oh.
So they support the Dodgers because more of Yamamoto and Sasaki. Not that they don't support Otani, but there's a little discomfort with what he got away with, supposedly.
Yeah, I bet you they do. They are very straight people. Who was I talking to somebody with that the other day about? Oh, it was a friend of mine. Yesterday we were just talking about the whole thing with Otani and how, that thing was just swept under the rug, because we were talking about LeBron and we were saying, what's the NBA going to do if LeBron is on roids? And it says, yeah, just like Otani. They're just going to say,
yeah, it's crazy because 40 years ago, the hit king of baseball was they just hammered and hammered and hammered away to make sure they found some, as soon as a little smoke and dirt came up on him, they kept investigating. And Pete Rose was a damn big player at that time. And it's almost like they wanted to get him. But now the game, as we always talk about, guys, is big business, big business. So Otani is their meal ticket. So they just look the other way.
Yep. Hey, look at Mark Graves' comment there. Can you read that?
I can't. What do you say? Oh, there it is.
Lo says better connection in Japan than at home.
Hey, ain't that the truth, man? Yeah, I should stream more from over here or overseas. I don't got a problem with that.
So it's a different world back there.
What do you
it's Friday afternoon over there. What do you come home Saturday? Leave Saturday?
Sunday. So I leave Sunday I'm 14 hours ahead of you guys. So it's Friday here about 1:00.
Yeah.
And I leave Sunday at 8:25 p.m. and get to LA at Sunday at 1:20 p.m. Go figure.
Yeah, you're 16 hours ahead.
Yeah. 14, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Manila is 15. I know Japan's 1 hour difference than Manila because that's where I got family over there in the Philippines. But 37 million. I thought Manila was crowded with 15 million. You can't even move. And 37 million. Do they have a good subway system over there?
Oh, the bullet.
State of the art. But it's very confusing to get around because it's such a big spread out city. And surprisingly, like you just can't walk up to people and expect them to speak English. And your Google Translator is kind of hit or miss. So I'm picking up a few things here and there. But yeah, you don't come to Tokyo and rent a car. First of all, the traffic is pretty bad. But second of all, the parking is like San Francisco ×3. Ridiculous to find it. And if you find it, it's very expensive. So it's convenient to just ride the subway or catch taxis. Taxis are a little expensive here. So everybody rides the subway. The bullet train was amazing. Went down to Kyoto, got to see some snow. So yeah, public transportation is the way to go here. But you got to kind of deal with just ridiculous amount of people in the stations walking. I got my shoes and foot stepped on so many times. Very respectful and honorable country. If somebody steps on your foot and bowing and all that good stuff. So yeah, I've bowed quite a bit, but I love it. That's the one. Yeah. A couple people looked up at me as like, oh shit. And I'm like, nah, I'm a gentle giant here. I'm respectful.
Yeah. You kind of feel much taller over there in Asia. I know when I go to the Philippines, I feel like I'm Larry Bird, I'm towering over everybody. I'm only 5'11", but I look like Manute Bol or something over there. But what else? Anything exciting happen? Any near craziness or misses of anything? Or look at that view! Wow.
Second day here, we had a little earthquake. Little to them is like 4.6. This area is known for.
Oh yeah,
earthquakes. I'm on the 16th floor, so this is not the place you want to be. But I really wanted to catch a baseball game here, but all their spring trainings is way down south over in Mr. Miyagi land, Okinawa. So I'll have to do that the second time I come back with Dan and Lou.
You always have the races. Horse racing there is huge.
Hey, you know what, Lou? Los, when you get back here, we've got a trip planned. We've got so far, I think there's 4 or 5 of us. We're going to the Giants game in San Diego, August 20th, I believe it is. It's a Thursday. Got my flight from Phoenix.
20th, whatever.
Yeah, flying over on a Thursday morning, catch the Padres and Giants Thursday afternoon game, and then Friday, Saturday at Del Mar.
Ooh, love Del Mar. That sounds good. Yeah, I love the racetrack. Yeah, Lou, you're right. They advertise horse racing a lot. I'm not sure where the tracks are around here, but it's big in Japan.
There's a big one in Kyoto. And to give you an indication, Dan, they run 3 days a week. And on a big day like down at Santa Anita, they might bet 15 million. And that's with all the satellites. They bet almost 220 million a race. They get 100,000 there. They bet so much money, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then they're all polite after, they all clap and they all get excited. And then they just had a huge thing. They had a race in Saudi Arabia, and Japan won 3 of the big races. That's how big horse racing gotten over there. But no, Kyoto is amazing. All I hear is how the sushi, the sake, how clean stuff is, and how, the food just phenomenal. And it's the real McCoy.
Best steak I ever had a couple nights ago. Yeah. Melts in your mouth. Yeah, I'm just blown away by it. Like they're such hardworking people. Like they really still work 6 days a week. The Japanese culture is work until the job is done. So if you work, a couple extra hours, 5 extra hours, there's no overtime. You finish your work. So, and seniors are still working. Like I've saw so many of the tourist spot where they have like selling food, women, men in their 80s, like selling food, just to make ends meet. They're not retired and enjoying the later years of life. They're like still working. Walking around the train stations with all these 19, 25-year-olds, and they're 82, 85, walking with their canes. They're amazing. I mean, they're very hardworking, and I'll tell you a quick story how respectful they are. So the first time I got on the train, I had my suitcases with me, and this lady had to be in her late 70s, early 80s. She was older, had her mask on, everything as I did, and she got up for me to sit down with my suitcases. Like it didn't even like cross her mind. She just like pointed with and to go ahead and sit down. You need it more than me. And I was like, I'm not going to take a seat over an older lady. I was like, no, arigato, son, thank you, but no. But that's how they are here. It's just it just blows me away. Like I'll come back to the States and probably half hour after I get my rental car, I'll get one of these. It's a different culture for sure, different philosophy really about life. You know from the Philippines, Dan.
Yeah, I've been to China twice, and it's China's very respectful. The people of China, even though it's a communist country, the people are very friendly. They do not, when I adopted a couple of kids there from China, we had this one young gal that would help us. He says, "Oh, you very lucky. You very lucky. Can I go home with you?" And I'm like, she wanted to. She was working, and the people are, it's communist dictatorship. They're enslaved to them, but the people aren't that way, So I am very, I've been to Singapore too. Singapore, one of the greatest places to visit on earth, I think. I mean, it's so safe and people are so respectful. I mean, you just don't worry. And I mean, you travel around and you start seeing, the U.S. is, we're considered the greatest country on earth, right, on God's green earth, and yet we got so many issues.
The Cubs Dodgers are opening up the regular season here in a few weeks. And the ticket prices are absolutely ridiculous. They're averaging about $1,200 to $1,400 for that game.
Wow! And is that at the Tokyo Dome?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So even if I was here at that time, I'm not paying $1,300, $1,400 to see a baseball game.
Well, when you get back, maybe you can make the Peoria game on next Tuesday. You get back Sunday night.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit of jet lag, catch up with some work on Monday. So Tuesday or Wednesday, might be able to catch a game. Yeah, that'll work out.
Larry's going to the Tuesday game, coming over to Peoria. I got
how are the boys looking?
They're looking not too bad. Landon Root pitched well today. 3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts. No, I think he gave up 1 hit, maybe.
Second start of the spring. Might as well. He should be our starter.
Eldridge, he might be a sleeper for that rotation spot. Him and Bert. It's a shame that like 3 of the young guys have to battle for one spot. I'm with Lou. Like, why do you automatically have to give like some people spots in the rotation, like a Robbie Ray? Like, make him earn it. He gets lit up, even if it is in spring training and you're a veteran. But it's the salary that's attached to him that they have to start him, no matter how bad he pitches.
Who knows? Maybe a trade comes. You never know. If Roop and Birdsong and Harrison all have good springs and somebody wants a veteran pitcher and because somebody got hurt, like the Mets have lost Manaea and Frankie Montas already this year for not the whole year, but they're going to be down for a month or two. So
yeah,
we'll see. But
I'll leave you guys with this. They absolutely adore Steph Curry over here. Had a Steph Curry hat on and got a few comments. So they love. He's internationally loved.
Did you hear what he did tonight?
56. I saw that.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, the boys are playing good. Lou, you might have to pay up a bet, Lou.
Still not worried yet. Hey, by the
I
way,
love it.
Los, I know you're about to leave, but I saw your comment. We lost a great actor of our generation.
Yeah.
Dan, I don't know if you know, the great Gene Hackman passed away. Very
Oh,
suspicious.
Gene
Him, his
Hackman.
wife, and the dog. And it might have been 2 or 3 days that they've been dead. So I saw that
What?
Los posted on Facebook. Yeah, very strange. They think
At
maybe
their house?
They were
some kind
found
of
in their
gas.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah, in Santa,
gas
in
powered.
New
Very
Mexico.
strange. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, some
geez.
weird circumstances. I mean,
Yeah.
Hoosiers
He's one
is
of the best. Yeah, great
Yeah,
actor.
he was going to
One
say
of
he
the
played
best.
the coach in
The
Hoosiers.
coach.
the
Yeah.
coach in Hoosiers, Unforgiven with Morgan Freeman, outstanding movie. I mean, Hackman's a beast. He's one of the all-time legends. So I didn't realize he was 90. Lou, I didn't realize he was 95. God, he's up
I mean,
there.
the Poseidon Adventure was 1974. And that was where he
That's right.
yeah, so but he was
Yeah.
one of the best. It's funny when his movie where he played in the government with Costner, I'm trying to think of the name. Kevin Costner said he was the best actor he'd ever worked with. And
And he's
Costner's
worked with
been
a few.
bunch. Yeah, so you got to give it, I mean, Gore's French Connection was, probably the one that blew up. But yeah, he was 93. The problem is we're getting older and these actors were playing in the 70s. It's just, one of those things. So, but yeah, we lose a great one. So I wanted to bring that up because I know, you were a fan of his as well as me. And, I know
Definitely.
you're all in Tokyo, but yeah.
He lived, Lou, he lived the last few good years of his life because his wife was 30 years younger. So,
Yep. There you go.
Wow. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that sounds like carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, the dog. Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Dang.
But anyway, boys, good to come on and see you guys, and I'll see you in a few days when I'm back.
Travel back.
See you, Los.
Safe travel back.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right,
One
take
love.
care. The great Los D from Tokyo, Japan. Yes, that sounds like a boxing.
Only on NorCal Sports Network. You'll get a
That's
live.
right.
You'll get a lot. Either the Philippines or
Yes.
Tokyo, Japan. They're all invading. They all want to be
maybe
on
we'll
the
get-
show. That's what makes it so
Maybe
unique.
we'll get a live feed from my wife in a week and a half as she goes to the Philippines. She leaves next Friday to the Philippines. I was going to go with her, but her mom's doing okay now. So I just said, hey, you know what? You go spend some time alone with your mom.
There you go.
That way you can focus on her. Don't have to worry about me over there. You can just spend time with her. So because when I'm over there,
that was a nice check-in from him. That was awesome.
Yeah. When I'm over there, you got to worry about she's got to worry about what I eat so I don't get anything like I don't eat anything that's undercooked, I get sick to my stomach, worried about me making sure I'm comfortable.
She doesn't want you to be like Bo.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the unair conditioned room. I mean, it's rough. It's rough. But let's get out of here, Lou.
Right now. Enough with Bo. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Good,
all right, guys.
Good show, guys. Thank you again, chat, like usual.
NorCal Sports Network. We do really appreciate you being here. By the way, guys, better up there in the upper right-hand corner, you guys got to join that BETR. Download it now on your phone. Go to it. Just open your phone, open your app store, and look for better BETR. Download it. And then once you open it up, join with the promo code NCSN. Why NCSN? Because you get a $250 deposit match with that promo code NCSN. That's right, $250 plus a free pick. So what this means is, let's say you put in $100. You don't want to put the full $250. You put in $100 and you blow it. You just lost $100. You know what? You still got another $100 to play with.
It's like a guaranteed bet. You lose, you get it back. And guys, 3 weeks from tonight, March Madness. So perfect time to get into better. You don't have to bet a lot. Just get the money in and you can have fun. Bet 2 or 3 games instead of getting, 5-1, you can get it up to 20-1. It only takes one good hit and you're set for all of March Madness.
What's this instead? Dan eats hot dogs. Kyle says no hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Because you do the ketchup on the hot dogs. Now, see, I thought you just have ketchup on the hot dogs. You're actually mixing it with the mustard.
Yeah, mustard, ketchup, relish, onions.
Yeah, most people don't do that. They just do mustard. Ketchups are for burgers.
All right.
right. Hold on.
I'm just letting you know.
Time out. I don't put ketchup on my burgers. Thousand Island or barbecue sauce. All right. Hold on. What percentage? We're going to find this out.
Chat, do you guys do ketchup on your burger? I mean, you do that, especially with cheeseburgers. Cheeseburger or bacon, and then you put the not everyone, Dan, we're not like you, where you got, you're a millionaire where you can afford barbecue sauce. I mean, some of us have to go down and only have ketchup.
Hey, I think I'm in the majority. About 61% of Americans put ketchup on their hot dogs, according to a 2021 poll by the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council. Yeah, that's right. The NHDSC said so.
Yeah, that's really important. I agree there.
This makes ketchup the second most. Wait. I didn't read that. Did I just read that? This makes ketchup the second most popular hot dog condiment
after mustard.
After mustard. Oh, dang. Well, okay. Mustard is number one. All right. But ketchup is still 61%. So that means for you people in Lodi, as Rush Limbaugh used to say, 61 out of 100 people use ketchup on their hot dogs. Okay. All right. There we go. I do not feel bad. You guys were giving me a complex, like I was like in some like major minority, like 28% or less use ketchup on a hot dog, or more like 12%. And I'm starting to get a complex thinking, what's wrong with ketchup on a hot dog? I mean, have you ever been to let me ask you this, Lou. Have you ever been to a stadium where you ordered a hot dog and there was not ketchup at the condiment stand?
Yeah. Because they sold hot dogs and they sold pretzels, and you don't put ketchup on pretzels. It's the mustard. And it was Golden's or Galdon's. They didn't have any Grey Poupon. But, you got to remember that was the stick. The stick never had everything that you wanted when you went there. There was always problems. I mean, you were lucky if you could go to the bathroom half the time. So that was Candlestick, the great Candlestick. Okay. It was our Candlestick.
Okay, here it is. This is a close battle, guys. I just found another statistic that is pretty interesting.
Look what Kyle wrote. Look what Kyle wrote.
Dan loves a double animal style, like me.
No. I like hot dogs. I do mustard and ketchup because I like both. No hate on anyone putting ketchup on their hot dog.
That's right. And look at this. According to the survey, again, the NHDCS, whatever, 68% of Americans who eat hot dogs say they top their hot dogs with mustard, followed by ketchup, 61%. Onions, I'm part of that too, 44%. Relish, 41%. Okay, chili, cheese, sauerkraut.
Who puts bacon on the hot dog? Nobody puts bacon.
The one that gets me, people, is mayonnaise. You put mayonnaise on your hot dog and you're around me, you get away from me.
I've only put mayo on if the hamburger bun is toasted. Sometimes people put that on there, but I don't. That's the only time I've ever seen mayo.
Mayo on a hot dog is like, I don't know. I just forget it. That's sick. That's sick. Bacon on hot dogs equals Tijuana. Yeah. Bacon on a hot dog doesn't make sense, but bacon on
unless
a hamburger,
it's bacon wrapped around on a grill.
Oh, but, like outside at the ballpark.
Something like that. But see, that's, usually they don't have that. Like, that might be outdoors where they're selling. But when you go to a ballpark, when you go to a thing and say, hey, I want a Dodger dog, they don't have. That's why I'm not a big fan of the Chicago dog. There's too much crap on it. It's like when I order a Bloody Mary, I want the Bloody Mary mix. I want the vodka and maybe a piece of what am I thinking of? Celery. That's it. I don't need a whole fucking garden. Nowadays they have hamburgers, onion rings on the shit, and it's like, dude, I just want the drink. If I wanted the garden, I would have ordered a salad.
Yeah, if you want a garden,
go to Oracle Park and go sit out there by the bullpens. You got your own garden.
I just
out
want
there.
the drink. Yeah.
There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for being part of NorCal Sports Network. Friday night tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing. We'll see. Game time decision. Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds
All
good.
right, everybody.
TB determined.
Have a great night. Don't forget that NCSN. Don't forget that code. That's right. Put it in there for better. All right, everybody. Where's the band? Here they are. Yeah, sometime in the next day or so.